All right, welcome to another Q&A Thursday. This has come up, this one question has come up, I don't know how many times since we started the company, but I would say every quarter comes up. And it usually comes from a student, and it usually is coming from either an attorney or a seller to the student. And here's the question. I'm literally going to paraphrase what the student said to me in Slack. He said, I was told that principal only payments are not allowed, that there's imputed interest. Now, please, disclosure, I'm not a tax specialist, I'm not a CPA, I'm none of that. I'm just telling you what our CPA has given us, and you can Google it. So this has to do with, we go out and we type a property, like this building I'm standing in, and the owner's free and clear, and we structure principal only payments. Let me just keep it simple, because we do all kinds of sub twos with owner financing, but you're going to make payments monthly to the seller, principal only. Okay? Now, the IRS code does have imputed interest on below, like they have imputed interest, but there's exceptions to all their code. In our library of necessary data for associates, we call it Linda, we have literally the chart that Paul Dion, our CPA, gave us. Okay, some of the exceptions with this imputed interest thing, like the rules don't apply. In other words, if the loans between parties are like 10,000 or less, I'm talking about small stuff, not real estate. There are also compensated related loans between employer and employee, or between an independent contractor and a person who provides services. There's no imputed interest on those. Loans between a corporation and its shareholders, that doesn't apply there. Gift loans. The other exceptions that do apply to you guys that you want to know, though, that really fits most of our deals, are sales for $1 million or less of farms by individuals and small businesses, sales of principal residences, and sales involving payments of $250,000 or less. Those three exceptions are pretty major. Because I know, and if you're wondering, what is this imputed interest anyway? What if they did, that one of my deals, let's say, was, $2 million. And let's say I'm right and Paul was right and there is imputed interest. I don't have the rates recently. I have in front of me 2017, and they were in the 0.88% to 1.99% range, depending on your term. So all this to say, don't listen to the attorneys, listen only to the tax specialist, because my own attorney, who's a senior partner at the law firm I've been using for years and years here, 20 years, said to me, I think you have imputed interest on these things. You better check that out. I said, no, chat with my CPA, and my CPA provided this list. And he said, oh, interesting. So now he does all our deals, no problem. So case in point, when someone's not in their lane of specialty and they don't know, they'll tell you that. Or a seller, if they think they're a little bit more advanced, they may tell you that. Don't get caught up in the imputed interest as long as you're staying under $1 million, principal residence, under $250,000 in payments, some of these things I said. Now, if you want to learn more about this stuff, guys, I'm just giving you, these aren't like exciting Q&As, but they're important Q&As that come up in our community all the time. If you want to just come hang out with us weekly on our Wicked Smart Sit Down, they're free. And you can bring any questions you want. You can watch a deal we're doing, ask questions about that, or you can just bring questions like this. I literally just printed it off the computer because someone sent it to me. And we'll be happy to answer you. I'm on there, my son-in-law Zach's on there, Nick's on there, my son. Our coaches are on there every Thursday. Wicked Smart Sit Down, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, in addition to that, I always want to give you free stuff on YouTube right here. You are watching the Q&A Thursdays, but there's Motivation Mondays and there's Deal Structure Sundays. There's over 200 deals. I don't know if it's 250 yet, but there's a lot of deals on there for you to look at. I would encourage you to make it a priority to subscribe, and then share these videos with anyone else in the industry, because they can glean a lot from those three different categories: the Q&A Thursday, Motivational Monday, and Deal Structure Sunday. Last but not least, we'd love to see you at our live events. It's the only way you're going to really peer into the community. Virtual is great, but the only way you're going to really see what the community is about and rub elbows with people just like you, and I don't care who you are, I promise you, you'll get in that room and somebody will have your background, your challenges, your wins, your game plan, job, no job. You'll find someone just like you, and because of it, your life will change. Go to QLSlive.com if you're seeing this before September, and if you're seeing it after September, go to WickedSmartSummit.com. Those are the 2 yearly events we run. Look forward to meeting you in person. I guarantee you're going to consider time very well spent. If you have questions, send them to support@smartrealestatecoach.com. Make it a great week. See you next week.